Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 5, entitled as Karma Sannyasa Yogam. Sloka 20. Na prahrushyet priyam prapya nodvijet prapya chapriyam sthira buddhirasam mudho brahmavit brahmani stitaha. In the previous sloka, we saw how a person attains victory over the samsara in this world. Means they get the same sukham of what they would have got after attaining moksha. In moksha, one is free of any dualities and have uninterrupted bliss. All that are attained in this very world itself. So far, what we have seen is the greatness of Atma Sakshatkara, the vision of Atma. That's what been explained so far by Krishna. Now, Krishna is going to explain how to attain to that stage of Atma Darshana. And there's going to be sequence or series of slokas. Each one talks a stage, from beginning stage to the next higher stage to a next stage and next stage. So from sloka 20 to 25, there are various stages is going to be explained about different stages to attain the Atma Darshana. Today we will learn the first stage from the 20th sloka. Let's see the word by word meaning. Brahmavit, one who knows the Supreme perfectly. Brahmani stitaha, whoever endeavors to realize that state. Here Brahmavit also interpreted as knowing the Brahman-like state of the self. We'll see that in a bit. Asamudha, without being bewildered that the self and the Atma are same. Sthira buddhihi, having arrived at a firm conclusion. Priyam prapya, on the happening of something pleasant due to his previous karma. Na prahrushyet, does not get delighted. Apriyam, something undesirable. Prapyacha, even on getting. Na udvijit, does not shake in fear. Here, before we see the meaning of it, the term Brahmavit is interpreted differently by different acharyas. So if one is in the Atma program, then the Brahma represents the liberated Atma. If it is Paramatma program, then Brahma interpreted as the Supreme Lord. And we will see these differences often in the following slokas as well as we go. But the fundamental idea of various Vaishnava Acharyas is to know both Atma and Paramatma eventually. Both has to be known. Now the translation is, a person who neither rejoices upon achieving something pleasant, nor laments upon obtaining something unpleasant, who is self-intelligent, who is unbewildered, and who knows the signs of God, is already situated in transcendence. The state of being able to see all the selves as equal can be achieved only by practicing Karma Yoga in Krishna consciousness. This verse shows how the Karma Yogi should behave to reach this matured stage of Samadarshanaha, the equanimity. By knowing Brahman through the teachings of great souls, by repeatedly contemplating on that Brahman, and through that one's delusion that the body itself is removed. And by remaining steadfast in the desire to have the steady vision of Atma or Paramatma, you should not feel happy or sorry when experiencing pleasant or unpleasant things, because these things, the pleasant, unpleasant, and the thing that comes out of it as happiness and sadness, are just the product of Prakriti, which is all nothing but happens because of the karma package. We see that not everyone has a similar body. Though we have body, the body that we see differs so much in many ways. Also, we see that we find certain things are pleasant and certain things are unpleasant for us. What brings pleasure to me may not be the same for someone else, and what brings unpleasant things for others may not be the same for me. I might derive pleasure from that. Also, my eating habit differ from others based on where I'm born, how I'm being brought up. Not only that, my dressing style differs from others. The way I speak, the tone may vary from others. The way I think, the way that I act, that also varies from others. Every individual is so different. This is all because of the subtle impressions, the vasanas, that comes through the previous karmas. So the Atma, which is embodiment caused by his karma, feels joyful when pleasant things happens and sorrow when unpleasant things happens. And obviously, certain things appears as pleasant and certain things appears as unpleasant. When one doesn't get affected by these things, that is, becomes joyful when pleasantable things happens and be sorrow when unpleasant things happen. He doesn't become fearful of any of the situation. That person will be able to see others equal to him, though others are still with so many differences. Now the question is, how is this possible for him? So the answer is Sthira Buddhi. Sthira Buddhi is fixed in his consciousness on the steady vision of the self. Asamudha, one does not consider the destructible, perishable, temporary body to be as imperishable, indestructible, permanent, eternal Atma. Na pragrushyet priyam prapya, nodvijet prapya cha priyam, sthira buddhi rasam mudho, brahmavid brahmani stitaha. Namaste. Hare Krishna.